This is an oddball one. They want me to back up to this dock, which is just a little cement dock they made. I hope there's no nails here. Clear some of this crap out. Last things I need, a flat tire. Let's get the doors open and backed up into this place. We're on some kind of car dealer lot. Craziest thing in the world. This dock is pretty low. He wanted to know if I had hydraulics to raise and lower my trailer or some kind of airbags, but I don't have a way to do that. Not with my tandem slid all the way back.
Tandems are two rails that run underneath the back of a trailer. The rails consist of holes which hold the axles in place by 4 separate pins. There are actually a few reasons why trucks have to slide their tandems. The most common reasons are sliding the axles forward or backwards to adjust the height of the rear of the trailer. Another common instance is adjusting the weight of the load so that it is balanced on each axle.
There's almost not enough clearance for his forklift. Arkansas is cheap. 25 cents for my coffee. Woohoo! I'm coming to Arkansas just to get 25 cents coffee rather than Starbucks where it's $5. We're here in Nashville, Arkansas. I got problems, I'll tell you in a second. And the problem is, when I started up this morning in Caddo Valley, Arkansas, my ELD was not communicating via Bluetooth to my iPad mini. So nothing I did would make it communicate, so I did an update, which Apple had an update waiting, so I did it, and it's still not communicating correctly. So we're going to go over to the customer, and while they're unloading me, hopefully we can get this communication problem worked out with the computers. Now, I don't think it's a problem with the software. It's a problem with Bluetooth. When I start driving, the communication between the two devices stop. So hopefully we can get that worked out.
Good morning, I'm Bill. When I'm not moving trailers or at home building or fixing stuff, you can find me watching Adventures in Trucking with Indiana Jack. Stay tuned.
Well, we got in this place. It wasn't easy getting turned around though. Now we just got to back in and get this place delivered. And then I'll tell you about the computer problem. This is one of those docks that really dips way down. And there's no room up front either. So we'll do the best we can and try to get old Red back in here. Well, we made it. Let's go look and see how close we are. That little blinking red light is pretty important. It's the iPad talking to that ELD. And this morning when I left the truck stop, it was solid red, which means the ELD and the iPad were not talking to each other. So I looked at my iPad and noticed there was an update, and that's here and then here. Software update. The product needed to have an update, so I updated it. But when I updated it, the two devices wouldn't communicate with each other. So I rebooted my iPad a few times, and now it's communicating fine. Although now it's solid red. So now it seems to be working okay, but if that happens to you, let's say you're on the road and that happens and you're right in the middle of an update and the police stop you or a DOT officer and they want to see your logs, you're not going to be able to show it to them because the Apple device is updating. And Android too. Android does that also. So just keep in mind, DOT officer and or trucker, that there might be short periods of time where you can't show the officer your logs until the software updates, and then hopefully it will work. That's what happened to me this morning, and it was a stressful drive, I'll admit, because it was on and off. The logs weren't working, so I thought, oh no, if I get stopped, that's it. But nothing happened, and we're updated, and we found this hillbilly place, and now I just want to get out of here. The reason we had trouble getting in here this morning, we were coming from this direction, And if we would have turned left here, we would have been facing the wrong way. Trucks need to pull in from the driver's point of view, which is called driver's side backing rather than blind side backing. So I couldn't do that, so I went up here and tried to turn here and then come back down this way. These streets are all so small you can't do that. So I ended up going way down here and then ended up coming down the street, doing a turn here, backed in here, and then made a right here. And then that led us to where we were facing the right direction. So that added to the stress of the morning. But the stress is over. Now we just got to get home for the holidays. And now we're picking up a load in Hot Springs, Arkansas, going right to Tampa, which is almost home for me. All right, we're all done here. And if you're following along on the map, good luck. On where we're taking all back roads to Hot Springs, Arkansas. So you're going to see some of the backwoods of Arkansas. There really isn't an interstate way to go, so let's get the doors locked up and we'll get out of here. And we're not in a hurry to get there. Our appointment's not till 1 o'clock, so we're like way ahead of time. Okay, let's get out of here. Nashville, Arkansas. Yes, Nashville, Arkansas, not Nashville, Tennessee. Sure is a lot easier to get out of that parking place than to get in it. And the weather's calling for showers today, so we might run into some rain. They do have an interesting downtown here. Really old Americana. Lots of traffic on this little road. This town is definitely not trucker friendly, as I've said many times. And they have a lot of little signs to read.
Turn left and then turn right, 100 feet.
All we need now is Andy and Barney right there in that police station.
Turn right, 100 feet.
Actually, it's a bank, but... Oh, look, there's Gomer. An old Western auto store. Remember that? Man. I'd go there with my dad all the time. I don't even know what kind of store it was. I think it was auto parts. Western Auto. It makes sense it would be auto parts, but I think they had other stuff too. Wonder whatever happened to them. All right, that ends our scenic tour of downtown Nashville, Arkansas.
Turn left again. Turn right 100 feet.
And then now we go in the backwoods.
Hey, thanks for riding along. Remember, trucking really is an adventure. And don't forget to share, comment, or like this video. That will really help us out. Occasionally, we get letters here asking if I am a real person or a computer-generated voice. Let me make it perfectly clear. I am a real person and actually come from a truck-driving family. My name is Kyle Winner. We'll see you next time right here on Adventures in Trucking with Indiana Jack.